do you think about this one?
Oh, that's nice. I just see John.
That's all you need to see.
Okay. John's great.
Actually, you got Rose there too. There's Rose.
I do see Rose. That's this weekend probably, right?
Yes, this is Joe Martello Photography. He and I have partnered up. He's taken a bunch of amazing
This is
photos.
before we all got stung by bees.
Well, I mean,
because I know Rose, that's close. That's like at the start probably.
This is the start. Were you someone that got stung and plowed through it, or were you a big puss and quit like so many did?
Well, some people quit and then went into anaphylactic shock later. So
okay, then that's not being a puss. Did you go into anaphylactic shock?
I did not.
Then you're definitely a puss.
Oh no, I did the race, not in any sort of like fashion that I want to talk about. But
I can't wait to the comments. You weren't there. If you got stung, you would have quit. Cassandra, the significant other, the person that took these pictures, I think she told me she got stung 4 or 5 times and then still finished. So good. Listen, if you got stung and you quit, I'm joking. It's all fine. I
got stung 3 times in the right calf, and then
that's better than being stung in the wrong calf.
Well, that's kind of true, but not true, because the wrong calf had a strain going in and it didn't like the race. And then the right calf was working and then it stopped working. So then I had no right calves. I just had wrong calves.
I think I need to switch you can mirror my camera. There we go. Let's mirror, because then I'm getting the right side. I don't like how this is looking. Trying to get
your hair looks fine, Matt. I need a haircut and a shave, but that's fine.
This
I think it was better before.
What are you talking about? Look how great John looks.
Oh no, your hair. John looks great. John's doing that DECA stuff.
I'm definitely going to use this. I'm definitely going to use this video for. This is a podcast, of course, but I'm definitely going to keep, this looks pretty great.
I thought so too.
You work in the city. I work in front of Snohomish.
Snohomish.
What'd you call me? Don't you call me that?
Snohomish, Matt.
Okay. I don't really appreciate the insults you're throwing my way right now.
I know how to pronounce it, so I'm in the correct here.
So we got good news and bad news. Ian Hosek, you ready?
Matt, it's always exciting. Let's go for it. Are we going to talk about that Tough Mudders getting sued? I just saw an article.
Who are they getting sued by this time?
It's the people who got the rashes in I think California, and like 100, the article I saw was like 100 or 150 people are doing a joint lawsuit against.
Shocking symptoms of 150 Tough Mudder runners who are infected with waterborne bacteria. Now, here's what's crazy is that, first of all, I usually get Google alerts for this that I didn't get. Second of all, this has happened before. Like, there's been the Spartan rash. There's been outbreaks.
Bee stings on course.
Here's an article from 2023. Are they suing about a 2023 event? Because here's an article. Yes,
they're suing from 2023 event, and it just popped up today again.
At the 2023 Sonoma Tough Mudder, Malaya Helms and 5 other friends completed the 10K course. Does Tough Mudder have a 10K? Yeah, they did back then. Okay. Then woke up the next morning with itchy, painful red bumps across her body and tested positive for Aeromonas infection. Now, somebody told me that after sleeping with you in college. I'm just saying. I'm still feeling sick from it, and my body is still recovering. She felt frustrated that Tough Mudder didn't warn this year's participants of a potential risk. Now, I think that thing that you didn't read, but yet clicked and/or physically signed, definitely warned you of anything can happen at these fucking things.
That is true, but there's also negligence side of things. So
well, before we get to negligence, let me finish reading this. Her teammate Noah Umba experienced similar bumps, but did not test positive for Aeromonas infection. summed up their experience. It was supposed to be a fun thing, and now all 6 of us are in antibiotics. But guess what? You got a story to tell, and that's what's important. I'm gonna say if they put them in unusually disgusting like water that's higher levels than normal, yes. If it's like it kind of is at every race, sometimes you might catch it, sometimes you might not, then not. Because Ian Hosek, that's me knocking on wood. I've done 200 plus of these things, been in a lot of disgusting water in multiple countries, and I've never had an issue.
I've had minor infections, like just skin level stuff, never like systemic.
We'll get back to that. Good news and bad news. Ready for the good news and the bad news? I'm going to give you the good news first.
Let's do it.
Good
bad
news
first. No, bad news always first.
Okay. The bad news is but I have to if I'm going to give you the bad news first, you get an incomplete sentence. Bad news is I won't be there. Good news is you have this national championship happening kind of near me in a couple of weeks.
That is true. And it's sad that you won't be there, Matt. Are you going to Croatia?
I am going to Croatia, which is like really cool for me.
That is pretty neat. I hear it's nice there.
A national championship happening in my backyard or 2 hours-ish backyard. Mm-hmm. So I won't be there. I just want to go ahead and say that because I know everyone's going to ask me, Matt, it's in Georgia. Why aren't you going? So I talked to you when this was first put together. I can't remember on or off the record or both when this first got announced.
Probably both, I would say. Way back in the day.
Right. I want to say in the springtime you guys sorted this out or figured this out.
Yeah, spring, and then it's been just steadily, it's been there and more ramping, and then really ramping recently for getting awareness on what it is, where it is, what it actually is doing, all the fun things. So
this is where I give you a platform to do that. So why don't you start answering some of those questions, and then I'll ask other things along the way.
I would love that. We are open and transparent and want to communicate to everyone what we're doing, why we're doing, and where we're doing it.
We love those things.
I am Ian Hosek. I am the USAOCR Vice Chair, which is on this nice little image you can see if you're watching the video, but this is a podcast. So we are hosting the USAOCR National Championships this October, and that is October 12th and 13th in Dalton, Georgia. I've been told it is the carpet capital of the U.S.
100% the carpet capital of the U.S. That is what Dalton is known for.
So if you're looking to go do an awesome, badass OCR race and pick up a new carpet or rug, we got it for you. We will have 3K and 15K options. The 3K will be on Saturday. The 15K will be on Sunday.
Is there a 100M?
There is not a 100M.
Okay.
We are still working on getting our own 100M setup. And there are a couple in the US, which is really great. And one of the reasons our national team did so well in the 100M, M stands for meters, everyone, 100 meter course in Costa Rica this year.
Dalton, you can see Rock City. Do you know where that is?
I don't even know where Rock City is.
Hey, Siri, where's Rock City?
Here it is on the map.
Oh, that's not right. That's not right.
Well, it is
12 hours away.
Northwest of Atlanta. Dalton, Georgia is.
Dalton is, yes.
Yes. So it's an easy place to get to, Atlanta being a major hub for flight and travel. The race itself will be at a local park, and it'll have some mixed terrain. It has a ridge, a rocky ridge that goes along it, as well as lovely deciduous trees and local mountain bike and trail running trails.
So if you're coming from far away and you want to go to Rock City, it's only 47 minutes north. So I knew we were kind of close. When you drive in North Georgia or Tennessee, you will see many signs that say, see Rock City. That's why I was throwing.
What is Rock City for those of us who don't know anything about Rock City, Matt?
Hey, Siri, what's Rock City, Georgia?
Rock City is a tourist attraction located on Lookout Mountain, Georgia. This is from Kittle Cove.
There you go.
Wow, it's a tourist attraction, everyone, and you can go see it. I assumed it was a tourist attraction. Is it just a bunch of rocks? I mean, I love rocks, so I'm all for it. But
I have never been to Rock City, so I'm gonna look up what it actually is. I just know it's just like it's like a thing. Like
it's a thing.
like do you know those famous shaving signs they used to have?
No, I can't. Oh, that's super cool, Matt. It got waterfalls, really cool geographic rock formations.
It's 1,700 feet above sea level, has a 100-foot waterfall that cascades down the mountain, and the famous swing along bridge that spans nearly 200 feet. That sounds scary and dangerous.
Okay, Rock City looks really cool. I was kind of skeptical at first because who the heck knows what you talk about. But yeah, Rock City's an attraction you can go to when visiting.
So real quick though, do you know what I'm talking about? Because now we got to just close the loop on that. Do you know the shaving thing? Shave.
Again,
travel.
There's probably I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just give me a second.
Okay. Should I just search Shave Rock City?
No, it's not shave. It's Burma Shave. So you would drive, and the sign, the advertisement would be like one word every like 50 feet. So it's basically like you're reading the sentence as you're driving, and they kind of
understood. Yep, I am seeing that when I search Burma Shave signs. Okay.
So, Sea Rock City, the Burma Shave signs, road travel. This is the kind of tips you get when you watch and or listen to obstacle racing media. This is what you get.
Yeah, and there's a race in Matt's backyard that he won't be at.
Because I'm traveling to Croatia,
Hvar,
which hopefully you'll be at next year, if they're not the same weekend. I hope you go.
I have no idea what my race plans are next year.
You're an obstacle specialist, aren't you?
I can do the short race. I cannot the 100-meter I can get through, but it's not pretty.
But you like a 3K over a 15K.
Surprisingly not, but I'm usually better at a 3K.
Did you not, in fact, podium at both last year at OCRWC?
I did, in fact, do that. And I'm sad I won't be attending OCRWC this year because I have not been able to train because of my calf.
So wait a minute. The calf that you got stung by the bees is what's held you back?
No. So that I after Costa Rica, I strained my calf, and it has been very problematic since then. And I tried to go do Seattle last weekend, and that did not go great. And it clarified that trying to run uphill would be challenging because it is tight and injured.
What place did you finish this past weekend?
I got 10th, Matt, and I was 16 minutes behind the winner.
Yeah, you should be able to beat John Howard and Rose Wetzel. What's wrong with you?
I did beat them. And
you did?
Nicole. I did beat Nicole as well.
Okay. I was going to say, if you got chicked, forget it. We can't even talk anymore.
I've been chicked several times, and that is totally okay. No, I mean, I was jogging by the end. The data was like, Ian, you went for a long run, not an actual race.
Got it. That makes sense. So you've got a 3K. We've got a 15K. Is there a prize purse?
There is a prize purse. We should be announcing that very soon.
Oh, we don't know what it is yet?
It is based on registrations as well as fundraising and sponsors. So we're still bringing
okay, but you will be announcing that soon.
Yes. The race itself is being put on by Phoenix Race.
Yes.
And they are a race kind of out of your area or the East Coast.
Correct.
And we also have multiple brands coming in to help donate obstacles, which is very exciting. So kind of more of like the old school OCRWC adventure side of things, not just one brand, a couple brands bringing in obstacles and some really fun big rigs. It'll be probably on the level of difficulty of Savage or OCRWC for technical ability.
Okay.
What else should I tell you, Matt? What questions do you have? What questions have you heard from people about this event?
Well, Let's see here. I'm going to just read some of this that I just saw, which is Phoenix Race OCR with obstacles from War X, Warrior Tech OCR. Hang on a second. Hildervat. Where are you getting? How are you getting a Hildervat obstacle? Are you going down to the beach?
Julie knows people.
to
The
drag
race
one up?
director. I believe we're using some of their trussing.
Nice. Bear Crawl OCR, Mythic Race. They've both been sponsors of the show in the past, so they get an extra triple shout out. They were sponsors last year. Emerald Coast Mud Run and more. And it's open. There's an open race in the afternoon. That's important to know.
Yes, that is hosted. That is not part of USAOCR, but Phoenix Race is also doing an open 5K in the afternoon.
Yeah, so like if I was going to cover it, I would cover all the elites, and then I would go for a little joggy jog around the course.
Heck yeah, absolutely.
That's
We got options for everyone, and even if you're not looking to like be crazy competitive in age group or elite, we still like you should still come. It's going to be a great obstacle course race. There's no qualification necessary for elite or age group. Anyone can run it, and it's going to be like a ton of fun. You just list, I mean, obstacles from all of those brands.
But it does say it can qualify me for next year's team. How well do I have to do to qualify for next year's team?
Yes, so we haven't published the 2025 yet, but I can say if you win, you will have a spot.
I mean, come on, you got to give it to the winner.
Yeah, and then I'm not going to say more because it's not my department, but doing well will also be advantageous if you don't win.
Yeah, I would say I'd give it to the top three, but you guys are going to decide whatever you decide. So you've got para heats as well. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we're very excited for our para heats. We have 6 different categories, with category 6 being broken down in 2 different categories, and that is with guides for category 6. You
want to tell people what the category, like what that means?
Oh, Matt, I knew you were going to ask me that, and now
that's what I do. I'm a professional podcaster.
Please hold, and I will get you all of that information.
No problem. We could be silent even.
I should have had that brought up. Oh no, we can talk, Matt. I don't think you and I have the capacity to be silent. Well, you're on your phone, so that doesn't count.
Well, because I'm looking up something for you.
Okay.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Will you be trying hybrid races? Will you be trying Ateco or Hyrox anytime soon?
I will not personally be doing it, but I do coach a lot of individuals who do. And plug for my own coaching is I have 2 spots right now, and I'm a very good coach. So if you're interested in racing trail running, road running, obstacle course racing, or hybrid, come talk to me.
Well, will you be showing up to any of the like to support some of your people? Like the closest one to you, let's see, you're in the middle of fucking nowhere, so the closest to you would either be Anaheim or Chicago. Both are like 10-hour flights probably for you.
Those are not close whatsoever.
Okay, what Hyrox do you think is closer to you than Anaheim or Chicago? What Hyrox do you think is closer to you? The Montana Hyrox?
Is there a Montana Hyrox?
Of course there isn't. That's why I'm saying Anaheim and Chicago are the closest to you.
Yeah. Where is this? I'm in this page. I have found this section. I am looking for the different categories. Okay, we have PO1, which is wheelchair and self-propelled athletes, impairments of muscle power, range of movement, limb deficiency, spinal cord injuries.
Okay.
PO2-1.
I don't think you have to read them exactly out. I just meant like, what do those mean? Varying degrees of.
It is different impairments for either like lower limbs, vision, hearing, upper body, things along those lines.
That's kind of what I was.
And we have
getting at. Just
different
kind of-
classification.
And you
yeah,
have how
it's-
many? And you have how many different classifications?
We have 6 different classifications, with a
Okay.
couple of them have subcategories within them, just based on how their the rules for band usage and things like that, or penalty bans. But yes, 6 categories overall.
And I think you guys are one of the few guys to do this. Like World Obstacle doesn't do this yet, do they?
They do. We actually added a 6th category. They do 5.
Okay.
So we have implemented a 6th that we would like to get to the world level eventually, and have discussions with them. But yes, they do. I wouldn't say there was some at the in Costa Rica. I don't know how many, the number off the top of my head, but
It's okay.
they do also have as well.
Right. So we're going to have this USAOCR event, like the plan is to then have one every year moving forward.
Yeah, we're going to see how this one goes. We want this one to be successful, and then we'll adapt if needed, based on feedback and what we see.
Maybe before the world one though, in the future. So that way you can kind of like, do the national build to the worlds kind of a thing.
Yes. I mean, it's challenging because we also want to have it when athletes are in their best peak physical shape. And usually the fall is when athletes are in peak fitness and training, because that's when all the other championships are. However, it would be nice to have it in the same year, for
Right.
national team selection, but that peak fitness of an athlete also gauges peak fitness that athlete will have the following year, given there aren't any like outstanding issues.
Right.
So, major injuries, bee stings, things like that.
I mean, it's happened before. I mean, this is not the only. I'm trying to think the last time this happened, but it definitely has happened where it's like an outbreak of bees chases people down.
Yes, I'm trying to think. This is not my first time getting stung on course by bees in OCR. I think there was one in California, maybe Temecula. But this one was quite prolific. There were a lot of athletes who were challenged by that. We will not have bees on our course, or will be.
How do you know?
I mean, when building a course, you can see if there are beehives or ground wasp nests.
Wow, this is actually closer than I thought. With no traffic, do you know how close this course is to my house? 99.4 miles. That's a 1 hour and 32-minute drive.
That
with
is very
traffic.
close.
If you caught some traffic going up 75 north, like if you left at the wrong time, maybe another 30 minutes. I thought it was at least 2 hours away. It's only 90 minutes.
That's super close.
Yeah. But yeah, if you fly into Atlanta, rent yourself a car, and then I'm sure there's plenty of hotels in the town, right?
Yes.
In
and
Dalton.
there are plenty of hotels, and you can go to the race registration website, and that will also have some discounts for hotel reservations and booking hotels. And let me just get that URL. Well, actually, you can go to usaocr.org and click on events and national championship, and that will take you to our page.
All right. Is there anything else? So is Heritage Point Park, is that what you said? Is that the park?
Rocky Face Ridge, but super close.
And there's a Mitenbough Park nearby. Sorry, I'm just looking over here. There's a Dairy Queen close by if you want to get that ice cream fix after the race.
I mean, I do love a good blizzard, and then they turn it upside down. And you're like, whoa, it's ice cream.
All right. Well, I think we covered it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what questions do you have, Matt?
I mean, I think we covered the big ones, dude. Like what kind of obstacles? I mean, I'd ask you what kind of competition. I'm guessing we don't know everybody that's going yet, right?
Yeah, I mean, elites are notorious at registering either race day or like 2 days prior. So we have there will be some of the top elites. I know some of the few names that have registered right now ahead of time, and some of the top elites will be there, which is great.
All right. Well, so who's registered currently? Like I know Sean will never show up. He would just like register ahead of time. He would just show up because I didn't even know he was going to be at Spartan, for example. But, like,
Roberts, Sean
Yeah,
Roberts.
yeah.
He, I believe, is going to Croatia actually.
That's right. See, I should know that.
Yeah.
But do you have men or women you can tell us now?
Casey Monroe, Logan Broadbent. Those are the two names that had come to mind. I can't. There are more. I cannot remember.
All right. What you can do is send them to me, and I can include it in the exciting post.
Heck yeah, I can do that. Yeah, everyone, go check out the website USAOCR.org. Click on events, national championship. We're very excited about the event. It's going to be a super fun time. It'll be beautiful that time of year, and you can go see what was it, Rock City?
Go see Rock City.
Grab some Dairy Queen, go see Rock City, and check out the Burma Shave signs.